It was January of this year when the UAE government issued a new travel protocol targeted at Nigerians. This policy, which was to become operational on the 1st of February 2021, said that all Nigerian passengers would have to take 3 COVID tests. The first will be a PCR test taken 72 hours before departure. The second will be a rapid antigen test taken 4 hours before departure. And the last will be taken upon arrival in Dubai. Emirates Airlines appointed agents for the purpose of the rapid antigen test to be taken 4 hours before flight departure, and actually implemented this for a few days before the Minister of Aviation reacted and suspended Emirates Airlines first for 72 hours and then indefinitely. The action of the UAE government was curious. Why single out Nigeria for extreme COVID protocols that were not being implemented anywhere else in the world? At the time, Nigeria had one of the lowest COVID cases for a nation of her size. So why this draconian measure? This action puzzled everyone, including the international aviation community. The UAE government claimed that Nigerians were forging COVID test results, but this was a common practice all over the world. The Nigerian government put in place mechanisms for the verification of COVID tests, which most nations are yet to do, but the UAE government didn't back down. The real reason for the actions of the UAE government was never about COVID protocols, but all about cornering lucrative Nigerian markets solely for Emirates Airlines. They showed their hand early on by mandating all Nigerian passengers flying directly from Nigeria to fly only with Emirates Airlines, and also went the extra mile to deter passengers who wanted to use other carriers by saying any Nigerian flying indirectly to Dubai must have been out of Nigeria for a minimum of 15 days. This was a killer blow, as this rule made it almost impossible for Nigerians to fly other carriers, knowing that they had to be in transit in a foreign country for 15 days. They believed that this will force the hands of Nigerians and their government, but the Minister of Aviation rose to the occasion and insisted that Nigeria would not succumb to gunboat diplomacy of any sort. He called their bluff, and 7 months after, the UAE economy is feeling the pains as Nigerians, who were one of the few nationalities to dare COVID and flock to Dubai in droves as soon as the airports opened, now stay away from Dubai. Since this impasse, Emirates Airlines has tried several times to kickstart their Nigerian operations, but each time the Minister of Aviation has maintained his position, saying Nigeria must not be labeled a high COVID nation and lumped with India, South Africa, Brazil, etc., just because the UAE government needs a reason to force passengers to fly only Emirates. He insists that Nigerians must be at liberty to fly the carrier of their choice, and that whatever COVID protocols used must reflect the true situation of Nigeria, which is that of a nation with low rates of infections. How long the minister can stick to his position remains to be seen, as some unpatriotic Nigerian elites are mounting pressure that he accepts the conditions imposed by the UAE government so that they can resume their Dubai visits without the hassles of a 15-day transit in another country. As for Roots TV, we stand with Hadi Serika, the patriotic Minister of Aviation, and say, stand your ground. Nigeria needs more public servants like Hadi who will put the honor of Nigeria and Nigerians first before self. This is one action this government has gotten right.